You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode is part of a special selection of bonus Extra Life materials and may contain spoilers for any associated works. In this episode of the Cawdor Complex, the party faces off with a pterosaur.
Yeah, I can grab all that and we can make a run for it. I can pick up that stuff and then we'll div it up when I get outside.
Oh!
All right.
We'll just hope Mom can't count past like 4.
Okay, tell you what. All right, I'm grabbing the gun, the chainsaw, and one egg, and we're gonna get it and run.
Okay. I need everybody to make let's make it a speed. So it's going to be a speed roll to run away. If you have anything that you think is going to help you run away, you can add it to this difficulty 3 roll to kind of get out of Dodge without Mama knowing that you're there. Although I think the egg is going to complicate things.
I can also change the appearance of. I can pack it on the dinosaur and change the appearance of the dinosaur and have Clumsy roll on out without being seen by anything.
Looks like a large bush.
Yeah, just kind of sneaking by.
Just make it look like a gobbler.
My pathfinding, I will find us a way out undercover so it can't see us under the canopy.
Great. So that'll reduce it to a difficulty 2. So you need a 6 or better. Everybody else needs to get. Right, let's do that. Everybody needs to get a 6 or better.
I got a 12.
There's 11.
Got an 8.
Hey, 15.
Okay.
Easy money.
Yeah. So
Easy
we
money.
got more eggs.
Move. Should have gotten more eggs, but I think we got out. Did we get out with our loot? Or wait, there's a lot of dice a coming.
We're about to find out.
Here's a fun thing about any Cypher System game is that the Game Master never rolls dice, which is why we're playing Numenera from 8 a.m. until noon in the very last spot of our 24-hour game marathon, because by then everything's going to be really weird anyway, and Numenera is king of weird. And also, I don't have to really roll dice, and we can just kind of make stuff up as we go along.
So we have a bush-like thing that's carrying stuff out into
what I am going to do, though,
is
offer what is known as a GM intrusion.
You want to do this.
And so what I get is I'm going to hand you 2 experience points, okay? I'm going to put them on camera here if I figure out how a camera works. 2 experience points. You keep one, and you give one to someone else. Justify why you would give it to one of your fellow players. These can be used to re-roll die later in the game, okay?
Very good.
But in order to take these...
This is like Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah, it is like Let's Make a Deal.
However,
in order to take these, I intrude on the story and say, Mama Pterodactyl comes back to the nest, notices that an egg is gone, and sniffs out the location of said egg, and despite the fact that you guys are well hidden, attacks.
Bring it on.
let's do it.
How big is this pterodactyl? Size of pterodactyl?
Have you watched the Flintstones? You know the one that has like the stone cabin that's used like an airliner?
Wait a second. The little one has a watermelon-sized egg. It shrinks when it gets older. It's really...
I don't have the exact stats on how
Benjamin
large
Button
the thing is.
It's pretty darn big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Let's do it.
There you go. Who are you going to give the other XP to?
Let's see. Who came up with... Who loaned me their animal? We're in there.
So, okay, Gibson and
one
Halen
XP.
both have... yeah, and so... Stepping back and also talking about the game a little bit, in the Cypher System, you would level up with that XP, but since this is a one-shot, there's no reason to save it, because you can also spend it to re-roll a die, which is
we might be needing that.
obviously really important.
We may immediately need that.
From your little hidey spot, you see 5 of these giant pterodactyls cruise in and surround the nest. One of the pterodactyl... we're sticking to the deal. We made a deal. One of the pterodactyls.
Can they be reasoned with?
Seems like a reasonable pterodactyl to me.
One of the pterodactyls starts scratching around where you saw that clutch of eggs, and its head perks up suddenly, and it looks around and sniffs the air.
Just go.
And she
I got this.
flies up into the sky and dives down. Well, very nice. We got a little XP going on now.
Nice.
Flies down, swooping directly toward
Toby.
you.
No, towards Toby.
Yeah.
I stashed it on Toby.
Yeah, well, if Toby is Scooby-Doo, you are Shaggy, my friend. And
Ruh-roh, George.
so I'm going to need you to make
Roll a 20.
I need you to make a level 5 speed defense roll.
Okay.
So
I have a 13 in speed.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. Look at your sheet and tell me if there's anything you're trained in or specialized in or any assets that you have that will help you make a speed defense roll. Then might I suggest that you expend points to put effort on it also to bring that down. Because as of right now, a level 5 roll means that you have to roll a 15 or better on a dice not to take damage.
That's a 75% chance of damage. Let's see here.
It's only damage.
I can change the appearance of non-human. I can use my senses, particularly as it pertains. Wait a second. I have something I can do. I can use crossed wires. No, that's only on a cybernetic. Are these pure? These aren't cybernetic creatures, are they?
They are not. You also want to look at your skills list. It's right below your might, speed, and intellect point, and just make sure that, like, for instance, my
history's not going to help me out a whole lot.
Because the first thing that I turn to, it says climbing and jumping are both skills of this character you're not playing.
Mine is all tech related, so I think I'm stuck.
I can climb, run, intimidate, smash.
And so no equipment either is going to help you out.
So can I toss the egg to the guy that can run and jump?
Yeah. That's not going to help you on this attack, but yes.
All right, I got a hunting knife.
Well, I mean, are we in turns, or is this?
Well, no, yeah. Soon I'm going to do the opening attack, and then everybody will roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. That's all I got.
And it's because I gave him. It's because of the GM intrusion. Basically, I'm
rolling.
For you.
I guess I have to roll high.
Yep. Roll high.
Roll high. I roll a 15.
That'll do it.
Nailed it.
You needed a 15, and you got a 15. So, fantastic. Halen jumps out of the way as this shrieking pterosaur swoops down and then glides back up into the sky and then kind of circles around in this clearing of the jungle canopy.
I can see the blue screen scene right now, just like hustling with like the pterodactyl. Like,
should we keep the egg or leave it behind?
So,
or is it an asset of ours now, or is it circling and searching? Do we know?
Everybody roll a speed check. This is for initiative, so if you have something that helps your initiative, tell me about it.
I am trained in initiative.
Okay. So everybody who rolls a 15 or better is going to go before the monster, except for
I have to roll a 12.
Gibson, who has to roll a 12 or better.
I've got a 9.
And I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Okay.
19.
Oh, okay.
And a 9.
I don't think my companion would assist in that.
So Mar, and then the dinosaur, then the bad guy, and then everybody else. And,
right.
And you can, whenever it goes everybody else, you guys can decide what turn you go in. So Mar, swooping dinosaur.
I really don't have much combat prowess that I can use on this thing. However, I can use my understanding again. Now, I use this on the map, and I just want to clarify for both myself and the viewers that this says that it costs 2 intellect points, so I would deduct that from my pool to be able to use that.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, check your edge on your intellect pool. Do you have an edge?
I do have 1 edge.
So anything that you spend intellect on, well, the first time you spend it, you subtract that edge from it. So while that skill costs 2, it only costs you 1 because you have 1 edge in intellect.
Okay, so every time I use that skill, it'll be reduced by 1.
Correct.
Okay, so
At least I have self-healing.
so excellent. I am going to actually use my understanding on this pterodactyl as I witnessed it attack Halen here. So I'm going to observe or study the creature. The next time I interact with it, the difficulty of the related task is going to be reduced by 1 step. So I'm just going to get a read on its biology and its motions and stuff like that to maybe help me either get out of the way or attack it more efficiently.
Yeah, it's kind of you just put like a D&D or Pathfinder's hunter's mark on this thing, sort of, and gotcha. Okay, so it's going to be its turn. It's going to fly down, and I guess that since Toby has the egg, technically, I think that it's probably going to attack Gibson as Toby clumsily returns to his companion, Gibson. So I need you to make a difficulty 5 speed defense roll. Or if you would rather do a strength defense roll, it's up to you. I just need a defense roll from you. However,
a defense roll from me. Would this impact if Toby is within long range? I gain an asset on all actions that involve reacting to surprises, traps, or other sudden occurrences. Would that reduce it?
I don't think so, because I wouldn't call this a sudden occurrence because it's been building up and has already attacked one of your friends.
What about my dinosaur pheromones that is an asset on dinosaur interactions?
Positive interactions. This does not seem to be that.
This could be positive.
It's not an mating ritual right now.
Okay, so 15 with what I've got to beat.
Right.
You can do that.
Now, do you have skills or anything that are going to help you?
Running, I am trained in running and smashing and breaking things.
Okay, is there not... So, you could... If you would do a speed defense, then you could use running, or if you want to use a strength defense, I think you had... Did you have climbing, or did I...
I have climbing as well.
Yeah, so there's trees, like... So
don't think Freya
one of the
can
things in
help
the
us
Cypher
here.
system is that it rewards players for being creative, kind of like a Fate game would.
You'd be surprised.
Where if you can find something on your sheet and convince me that helps you in the task, then that's sort of the way you play this game.
I'm going to try to use my smashing and breaking things with a weapon, and if it comes at me, I just want to kind of
Smash.
Remember, you have a
break.
chainsaw and a gun now.
Yeah, we did.
But
Do
this
we,
is
do we have
right.
it?
But this is me reacting to an attack,
okay.
not me attacking.
Gotcha.
Basically, I think Toby or Gibson would take a defensive stance.
Okay.
Hide behind a tree so it smashes into it.
Well, that's kind of the like try to react to this thing coming at him, and
Gotcha.
Okay, so that'll reduce it by 1 step, so you're down to a level 4, which means you need a 12 or better.
can I spend a might?
Yep, so you would... That's called expending effort. You can do that once. It would cost 3 might, and then if you have edge, then you would...
So it only costs me 1 because I have 2 edge.
There you go.
Nice.
So,
It's worth it.
So -1 from your might pool, and it could go down to a 9 or better to...
Oh, 50-50.
Here we go.
Come on. You can do it. You can do
It's
it.
only damage.
There you go.
17.
Okay, so...
Favorable spin on that. Like it was like,
Yeah, it was like 17.
So you use your expertise in smashing and breaking things as the pterodactyl swoops down at you. You kind of like grab this branch from a tree, and with your cybernetic limbs balancing sort of on your tail, you rip the limb off and kind of smash it towards the dinosaur. It doesn't hit it and do any damage, but it kind of fends it off enough where it swoops up and tries again. Everybody else's turn. If you're not Mar or the bad guy dinosaur,
Hold on.
it is now your turn.
May I?
Sure.
All right, so this dinosaur is kind of down here getting thrown off of him. I'm just going to creep up to it, and I'm going to just like
Touch it.
very carefully kind of reach out and move my hands around a little bit.
The
in
old
front of it.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, the old Crocodile Dundee thing. And I just want to put my hand on its forehead, like How to Train Your Dragon style. And I'm going to spend 2 intellect points and go, hush now.
What does that do?
It through voice and actions, you temporarily convince a non-human creature with at least some biological components and within short range that you are its parent or creator. Mama says, be calm for 2 rounds as long as I focus all my attention on it. So, shh, settle.
Yeah, okay. It's like nuzzling you now. It went from trying to eat your friends to sort of like calm down and almost
Scritch.
Yeah. And so that lasts 2 rounds. It is side-eyeing Toby the Ankylosaur.
Kind of like look at everybody else with my own side eye, and I say, do something. There's a nice carnivorous blood beast.
Should we lay the egg by it and then everybody run away? Think of that as an idea. as it's calm and
Well, that would mean we failed.
You can eat the egg, but it's gone.
So
Or
it's
what else? We can kill it.
it's either Gibson
In a
or
calm
Halen's
state.
turn.
At least
That's
it'll be-
fine.
It'll go out. It'll go out
works.
happy.
Do you want me to hit the dinosaur?
Just something.
Yes.
What would,
May I
what would
be?
Gibson do?
Yeah.
What would Gibson
Well, I mean,
do?
he's proficient in smashing and breaking things.
Allow me to act as Gibson's conscience for just 1 minute and remind Gibson that there are 5 unhatched eggs in that nest. But go ahead, do what Gibson would do.
Gibson doesn't know that.
We talked about how many eggs are we going to take. We had a whole conversation about that.
Toby's going
Gibson
to...
tuned out after, hey, there was a laser gun in here.
Even in fun
Say-
games of fantasy, future past science, players are like, steal the eggs and murder the mother. Never ceases to amaze me.
Do we know it's the mother?
We're forgetting the most important
It's chasing us.
thing
Yes,
about
we know
that
it's
laser.
the mother.
Could be the... Did we check for dangly bits? Is that... a parent, a guardian.
Yeah.
It's...
So either Gibson or Halen, your turn.
Well, I have dino senses, and let's see.
Your dino
Insight,
senses are
smell,
tingling.
Asset.
It says you're going to
dinosaur
die.
nearby.
Dinosaur manifestation. I can change the appearance of things, but it's not really doing a whole lot
I've got two
because
options.
it can smell us.
I can either
Well,
smash and
that
break the
manifestation was a
dinosaur,
cipher.
or I
It
can
went away
turn the
once
egg
you
back
used it.
over.
Right.
We've got 2 rounds to
I have.
maybe...
All I have is a hunting knife, so I'm not going to do a lot of.
Let me see your
Yeah, me
sheet. I
either.
have a feeling that your character is more capable than what.
I feel like leaving the
Mine's all
egg
tech related.
and using the 2 turns to
Run?
extricate ourselves from this situation.
I think that's...
But here's the important thing. We now know where the 6 eggs are.
Yes.
Live to fight another day.
Get him on the way back.
No, you're right. It's all tech related. You're going to be
Yeah.
great once you get to some.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are not your thing.
So
I'm a
here's the-
runaway kind
here's
of
the
person.
plan.
You'll
Leave
be
the
a
egg
god
now.
once at the-
We
once
leave
you
the
get
egg
to the
now.
lab.
We come back for it later. We find some stupid dinosaur that's going to die anyway because of the asteroid. We maim it. It starts making loud noises that's going to catch this pterodon's attention. That's when we sneak, get all 6. Have
There are 5 more of these things back at the nest.
That's
right.
No, not the eggs. 5 more dinosaurs. This isn't the only one.
Right.
We'll trick
I'm
them
going
all.
to take... Okay,
So-
I'll
so-
just
I mean,
okay.
it's the needs of the many.
Do you want to hit it in the head?
No, so
There,
Gibson's going to
baby.
take
You
the egg
just
out of his pack
Stay calm
and set
while
it
my
down
idiot friends figure out
Okay.
what
at
they're
its
doing.
feet.
This is a smart idea.
All right.
And
Good idea.
start kind of backing away, and once he's
Slowly
about
turn.
10 feet away,
Step.
I'm
by
gone.
step.
I'm running.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
A runaway. This is a basic runaway.
It's a basic, I'm sorry I stole your baby, and yoink, we're out of here.
My
My
mistake,
bad.
ma'am. My mistake. My mistake.
So, raising
We all have
Arizona,
pretty good
we're-
speed, I think, so we can hopefully get away in 2 turns.
Yeah, so that brings up a very good point. Everyone does get away in 2 turns, except for Sadiki. What you gonna do?
I'm going to
Would
sit
my
there.
dinosaur pheromones help her? It's an asset on positive dinosaur interactions.
Yeah, it would. So
Yeah.
now you're having a positive dinosaur interaction. Yes.
You're reunited with your unborn child.
Okay. So here's let's go full on Crocodile Dundee with this then. Okay. What I would like to do is I've never done this before, which actually gives me a asset on that because I'll try anything once. So we're gonna try to put Mama Dinosaur to sleep.
Okay.
You went from
So-
yes
so-
to like
Like
now
sleeping
you're
or
back-
death?
No, not in the veterinary sense.
Okay.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Well, that's good. That's better.
No carnage.
So we're just going to try to calm the dinosaur down. So I'm going to spend my 2 turns talking the dinosaur down. I'm going to. Can you benefit from more than one asset? So like his pheromones and my Freya giving me a positive social interaction. They're both.
They're both there.
Yeah, or you
mine's
know,
a piece of
my try
equipment.
anything and the dinosaur do asset stack is what I'm asking.
I think so. I should know that. Assets can never decrease a task's difficulty by more than 2 steps.
Okay.
So
I'll take that.
yes.
All right, so that will take it from
5 to 3.
5 to 3.
Yep. So that means I would need a 9. That's
Better than
much better
50-50.
odds.
You could spend effort from your intellect pool.
I can do that. I don't have edge, but I would need to spend the action to use my Nessium to get. All right, sorry. All right. So if I want to live through that, so that's 9.
I would say you could bank on the possibility that she's going to be more interested in getting the egg back to the nest than.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't given up on leaving with the nest or with the egg. I haven't given up on that yet.
Okay.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Shh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay.
Your
so,
your descriptor is enjoys playing God or
Yes,
something.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. This is
no,
too
no,
much.
no.
Oh, this is
Sadiki does not lose to a mere dinosaur.
Right. Yeah, I see what's happening now.
guns and chainsaws are nice, but I want the egg
People
life.
keep forgetting to mention that laser is head mounted. That's better than a mere laser. It's a head mounted.
You could hold a laser pistol in your right hand, a laser pistol in your left hand, and still have the laser on your headband.
Okay, so we're gonna spend 2 levels of effort.
Nope. Can you?
Oh,
So
so that's based.
it depends on what level your
All right,
character
so I'm gonna
is.
spend 1 level of effort.
Yeah.
That'll drop me to a 6. All right.
So you have to beat a 6.
Yep. I think
So
that's.
you
You
have
made a 6. You got a
so-
75% chance.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Here we go.
We will let the gods the dice decide, and that's a 4.
Oh.
Let's use that XP.
So all of that made me kind of forget exactly what the end goal was.
To
for-
put the
Sleep it,
dinosaur
to completely
to kind
sleep.
of make it sleepy,
Right.
Put it to like Mama putting it to bed, and then that way I can grab the egg and run.
Let's fail forward here.
Okay.
So
Fail forward.
yeah, let's fail forward here. Instead of so what's not going to happen is that the dinosaur, the pterosaur or pterodon, whatever it is, doesn't snap out and start eating you alive. Instead, you don't put it to sleep, which is what your goal was. So, but while you're trying to put it to sleep and sort of like get out of there, okay, now's the time, Sadiki. I need to know whether Sadiki is taking the egg or not.
We know where the eggs are at. When we come back.
Mar
What-
has presented
what's your
a
armor?
foolproof plan
All right.
to be able to score all 6 of them.
I will make it out. I will leave the egg
Okay.
and go.
Okay, yeah, so I won't. So since you're leaving the egg, I won't even make you make another roll to run away or hide or do anything like that. And though you don't put the dinosaur to sleep, and sort of the cost of your failure is that you don't get the egg, and your pride is injured because how could you be shown up by a mere bloodthirsty dinosaur?
More importantly, I'm not going to hear the end of it from the other idiots I run around with.
Where's the egg? The one I ran away from, and everyone else ran away from.
What? The egg? Oh,
We'll go back to the nest.
I was halfway through managing the dinosaur, and Freya ate it.
Oh.
She look around. There's a mammal chewing on an eggshell, sucking out all the guts. That's what they do.
So there's no egg.
Egg gone.
And here comes a belch from Freya.
So
Look expectantly at Freya to come on.
All right, yeah. Come on, Freya. Are you going to belch on command?
as you guys get closer and closer, the volcano kind of
Starts
appears in the distance.
Is it Earth rumbling? Yeah.
There's a volcano, and we have an actual mission.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The random encounter on the hex crawl was like, yeah.
So we did get some weapons.
You did get weapons.
We got that.
Mama didn't care about those.
No.
The volcano starts to appear. Smoke. You don't feel any vibrations or anything, but smoke is visibly rising from the
Wild
cone
volcano
of the volcano.
appears.
That's just a slow. That's just a slow pressure release. It means that we're fine.
So you have a map that leads you to the building at the base of the volcano.
Okay.
So essentially the guidance that you have is go to the front door, say that SATI is interested in Rados' tech, and then see what happens.
Well, they are. They're not interested in him, but they are interested in his tech.
However, this is a game where you can do whatever you want, so how do you guys want to approach
We want front
the
door, or we
volcano?
want to search for a side door.
Well, we belong here, so the front door.
Okay.
Okay.
Front door.
We need a clipboard. Here.
Clipboard and a lab jacket will get you in anywhere.
I already have a lab jacket. I'm going to button up my lab coat, and I have my clipboard with me. And here I am knocking on the door.
Headdress.
Knock, 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 knock.
This once abandoned station is now defined by refurbished buildings, new tents, a dinosaur stable, pallets containing concentrated foodstuffs and water, and still ongoing construction on the outside. Wherever Rados is getting his funds, they seem to be plentiful as the entire station is abuzz with life.
He's not going to be
Is he a hermit there? Is he the only person there?
Yeah.
The
Oh my God.
bulk
We're
of
in
the
the middle
station...
of a Musk-Bezos feud.
Yeah. No, he's not a hermit. Quite obviously, as you approach, as there
There's
are
more people
workers,
and workers. Okay.
like constructing things. There are people out feeding the dinosaurs in the stables that they have around the base.
I got a clipboard. We're all right.
The bulk of the station lies beneath jungle trees and canopies that hide most of the activity from anything flying overhead. At least 30 people inhabit the immediate area. There are guards, hunters, and lots of general laborers. Most don't have dinosaur companions with them, although some do. And there are stables with some medium-sized dinosaurs that look like they're meant to haul things around in the general labor activities. The most prominent dinosaurs which are not in the stables are a couple of Teslasaurs that patrol the station. They are kind of roaming about the area you see from a bit of a distance, and you would know that these dinosaurs are often used as sentries, and if given the correct command, would attack any intruders or interlopers.
Are they are biologic or are they tech? These
I was going to say,
Teslasaurs.
Teslasaur is way too cool to drop without a description.
Yeah,
Right.
You're going to have to allow me a brief respite so that I can pull up the book in order to grant you that description. But yeah, let's find Teslasaur. Let's find Teslasaur in the book. While I'm pulling this up,
Crosswires could be used because I can hit my remote control and turn it off.
while I'm pulling this up, let's talk about. Well, let's pull this up first. Teslasaur.
And then there's that art.
Is that the one in the cave?
No, it's
Zombie dinosaur.
Is this it?
well, it's from a website called.
Oh, it's like a Tesla coil. It has the
Frankenstein.
Is this the same art that has the roller skates?
Teslasaurus.
It's a different-
Teslasaurs were originally created by SATI scientists injecting ankylosaurs with electric eel genetic materials.
wonderful.
In the hope of creating
That's the picture I
docile
found.
bioelectric genesis hosts to biologically power their facilities. However, the predatory aspects of the transplanted DNA tended to make the creatures too aggressive for domestic energy generation. So they were trying to make batteries out of dinosaurs and instead created monsters. If you look,
That wasn't an alternative to what was going to happen. Maybe it'll be more electricity and less dinosaur.
yeah,
Good idea.
Well, they
use
use
that.
They use the ankylosaur because it's the slow plodding, sort of easily.
Clumsy. I think clumsy was the descriptor we met earlier. Let's make something large, armored, and plodding with this big swingy tail with spikes on it.
And juice it.
And let's give it electricity.
Smaller Teslasaur males are outfitted with electromagnetic force field generators for defense, while the larger females are outfitted with capacitors and voltage steppers to allow them to project electrical blasts as an offensive weapon. Streams of high-energy electricity arc between their enhanced horns, armor plates, and tail, creating a beautiful and pretentious sight.
I like how
I do have art.
How many of those are present? Did you say?
I like how when they failed
A pair of them.
with their original idea of turning them into a power source, they essentially doubled down
I have the ability to turn one on.
and weaponized them.
Nice.
Again, fail forward. It's important to fail forward. So I'm glad that we
We're good
did
at making batteries, but we made weapons.
So we want to knock on the door still, guys?
Yeah, we belong
Yeah, we're
here.
there. I'm there with my clipboard. I'm knocking. Knock, knock, knock.
As you pass through and head to the front door, clipboard in hand, you're stopped by a young man that is wearing, also wearing a lab coat and carrying a clipboard.
Very good.
And he says, "Hey, what's going on? I've never seen you guys around here before. What do you? And you got dinosaurs, and you look kind of official. What's happening?"
Halen here. I'm a mechanical tech. I'm here from Sadie, and guess what? We're here to check in on you. And man, I see you're working here, building some things up. We can make this place better. Would you like to work with me? Help me help you.
Well, that's a lot to take in all at once.
That's all I got to come up with.
So, typically this would be a difficulty 5 bluff, but you look so official, and you have the Sadiki credentials with you, that's going to reduce it by 3 steps and make it a difficulty 2 bluff. If there's anything else that you can do to help that out.
As far as bluffing, I've got no bluffing.
I am trained in laws, rules, and social norms.
Okay.
So I would like to help guide this conversation on the proper legal channels as to how exactly this sort of interaction should work to be official and all of that.
Okay, so what does that sound like on the scene?
So basically, like every time he says something enthusiastic, I want to like provide the proper legal guidance and disclaimers and everything, and making it sure that everything he says is not committal until the proper process and paperwork has been done and all of this.
Making it sound even more official and dropping it by another step. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And so it's going to be a difficulty 1, which means you need a 3 or better on the die. If you want to spend your effort on your intellect effort, which would cost 3 points of intellect minus your edge, then you don't have to roll, and this guy's just like, sure, come on in.
We can do that. I have an
you've got
edge.
piles. Yeah.
I have an edge.
So subtract
It'd be 2.
from your intellect pool.
Okay, so I have this 18 on my intellect pool.
Yep. I'm just
So I'm down to
as your game master, I'm waiting for you to write that down.
I need a pen.
Great. Yeah, so the guy's like, great, my name's Jaren Way. I'm the chief security officer here, but everybody kind of wears multiple hats, and so I'm a bit of a techie myself. Come on in this way, and I'll show you through the front door. And so you guys kind of go through the front door of this station. You see that this building is obviously of Sadiki construction. You've seen these before. They were just trucking stuff over here, setting them up, and this is things that you've seen before. There are inside there are rooms that are basically the kitchen and bedrooms and just what you would normally find in a campsite or an office building or a laboratory as you walk through. Interestingly, when you get to the back of the building, Jared says, "So I'm sure that all of this stuff looks pretty familiar to you Sadiki guys, but wait until you see this. It's going to blow your mind." And he hits a button on the wall, and the back wall kind of slides up. And the heat from the interior of the volcano immediately blasts you in the face. And you look across this giant catwalk that must be 60 feet long, maybe 75 feet long, stretching into an entirely new complex built and kind of hovering on stilts and sort of rocket propellers and propulsion out over the lava of the volcano. It says, yeah, if you want to check out what we're doing here.
That looks pretty great. Looks like last year's model. I mean, we came up with that, but, it looks pretty good. Want to go check it out, guys?
Well, yeah. I mean, we would need to inspect the facilities and the research.
Sure.
And make sure all of our I's and T's are appropriately appended.
We walk in.
Well, fantastic. So, I've got work I got to do here. I'm sure that somebody will greet you on the other side of the bridge. Just and as you guys kind of like go out onto this, large catwalk that extends over the bubbling lava at the base of the volcano, Jared kind of shouts out to you guys.
Could Jared give us a couple of chits or something?
Jared shouts out to you guys.
Visitor passes.
It says, don't forget, once you get out, on the catwalk, you need to turn on your magma stats. And he shuts the door, and you guys are out on the catwalk.
I'll turn to my tech friend and go, what's a magma stack?
I hope you've enjoyed this extra life content. If you're interested in updates from Team WV Fox, follow us on Facebook. In addition to event updates and details, there are opportunities to win some excellent prizes, such as a copy of the 7th Sea 2nd Edition Core Rulebook published by John Wick Presents. If you would like to support Maximum Pew Pew and WV Fox, please visit tinyurl.com/maxpewpew to make a tax-deductible donation today. All donors supporting my donation efforts will be announced at the end of every Extra Life episode on Maximum Pew Pew. This week, I would like to thank the Bailey family, Scott, Jonathan, Jason, Trevor, William, Eric, Bailey, Dylan, and our anonymous donors for their donation to Team WV Fox and Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Please look forward to the official Team WV Fox Marathon event, starting Saturday, May 4th, 2019 at the James Mark Building, located at 901 Courier Street, Charleston, West Virginia. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio, original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.